A mother's quiet life unravels when her controlling husband leaves with their dog and claims partial custody of their son, Eli. The story follows her emotional struggle, her meticulous gathering of evidence against his manipulative behavior, and her preparation to protect her child. In court, Eli bravely exposes his father's cruelty, and the mother wins full custody. Together, they reclaim their life, illustrating love, courage, and resilience in the face of manipulation. Purpose: introduce characters and emotional atmosphere, immediate engagement. The first morning after Bryce left, the house felt hollow, like someone had sucked the warmth out of the walls. Sunlight slipped past the blinds, landing in stripes across the hardwood floor, but even the light felt cold. I stood in the kitchen, pajamas twisted and damp from the panic sweat of sleepless hours, clutching a mug that had long lost its tea. Bryce's suitcase rested open by the door, zipped halfway, a silent threat. "Mom?" Eli's small voice floated from the next room. He had his headphones on, coloring, completely absorbed, trying not to see the wreckage of the adult world behind him. I wanted to gather him in my arms, to shield him, but I paused. He needed to feel safe, even if the world outside our walls had gone insane. I remembered Zeus, our golden retriever, curled on the rug, sniffing at nothing, waiting for the boy who used to play fetch until the sky grew dark. Bryce had taken him. Just zipped him up like luggage, said, "You get the kid," and left without a backward glance. Joan, Bryce's mother, lingered by the door, fake pearls catching the light, smirk firmly in place. "At least the dog trained," she said and laughed. Her voice cut sharper than knives. I turned my back, picked up a drawing Eli had made, a sun larger than life, the three of us holding hands, and walked to him. He didn't look up, didn't see the storm tearing through our lives, not yet. Sitting on the carpet, I let my voice be soft. "Eli, he's gone. But you're here. You're safe." He nodded, not crying, just small breaths, and I felt the gravity of what had shifted. That night, tucked into his blanket, I whispered promises I hadn't said out loud before. "I will protect you. I will shield you from cruelty. I will make sure the truth is heard." Bryce could take Zeus. Let him. But Eli? He was mine to love, mine to nurture. It wasn't dramatic, no yelling, no slammed doors, just the quiet after a storm, the kind that leaves you breathless. And yet, in that silence, I found something stronger than despair: resolve. Purpose, deep intention, show relational dynamics and preparation. Days blurred into weeks. I became a ghost of vigilance, cataloging every text, every passive-aggressive email, every casual slight Bryce threw at Eli. Each message was a breadcrumb of evidence, each interaction a puzzle piece. I watched Eli absorb the world like clay, molding himself around Bryce's cold absence and Joan's invasive optimism. "Mom, why does he say I'm soft?" Eli asked one night, blue nightlight casting a halo over his worried face. I swallowed the lump in my throat. "You're not soft, Eli. You're brave," I said, voice firm. "You notice things adults hide. That's strength." I prepped notebooks, flash drives, timelines. Each piece of evidence was a shield for my son, a way to make sure the truth had weight when it finally mattered. Bryce continued his manipulations, texts pretending concern, school drop-ins with gifts like he was buying affection, but Eli's questions became sharper, wiser. The child who once colored superheroes now asked about emotional truths, about fairness, about fear. In those quiet evenings, I realized something profound. The battle wasn't just legal. It was moral, emotional, spiritual. Bryce was fighting for control. We were fighting for justice and clarity. And for the first time, Eli's voice mattered. Purpose, major shift, evidence discovery, raising stakes. One night, Eli came to my room, holding the tablet close like a fragile bird. "Mom, he didn't mean for me to see this," he whispered. My stomach dropped. I scrolled through Bryce's messages. "Can't wait to be done with that brat. He cries like a baby, useless." The venom in black and white froze me. And yet, Eli held steady, eyes wide but unflinching. "This is the truth," I said quietly. "You can choose what to do with it." He looked at me, small fists clutching the tablet. Can I show the judge? My heart wrenched, but I nodded. Yes. The truth needs a voice. That night, we organized every piece of evidence, rehearsed what he'd say, practiced courage in whispers. I realized that bravery didn't come from me alone, it was in him, in his clear-eyed assessment of right and wrong. The scales of power were about to tip. Purpose, heightened courtroom tension, emotional stakes. The courthouse smelled like paper, old coffee, and anxiety. Bryce paced, smug in a charcoal suit, while Joan trailed, lips tight, scanning like a hawk. Eli sat beside me, notebook in lap, red sneakers peeking from pressed pants, fingers clenched tight. Bryce's lawyer spoke first, presenting a rehearsed, polished facade. He seeks equal parenting time, she said. Routine. Balance. Polished lies. I clenched my jaw. Then Denise, my lawyer, presented our evidence. Screenshots, timelines, emails. Each one landed like a weight in the room, tilting truth toward justice. Finally, the judge asked Eli if he wanted to speak. He nodded. Small hands trembling, he walked to the front. Silence. A heartbeat stretched into eternity. Purpose, emotional high point, Eli exposes Bryce. Eli read aloud. Can't wait to be done with that brat. He cries like a baby, useless. His voice quavered, then steadied. Every word struck like lightning. Bryce's jaw clenched. Joan turned pale. The courtroom gasped. I don't want to live in a place where I feel like I'm a problem, Eli added softly. The judge nodded, absorbing the raw honesty. Full custody awarded to me. Bryce sat frozen. The weight of truth had landed unshakable. Relief crashed through me, but it was tempered by recognition of what Eli had endured and survived. Purpose, emotional resolution, healing, restored life. Eli and I walked out, ordinary clothes in an extraordinary moment. Pancakes, syrup, chocolate chips, small joys anchoring us back to life. Laughter returned. Drawing, curiosity, sleep. Bryce disappeared. Silence settled, healing, protective. We rebuilt routines, found strength, found freedom. I didn't hate him. I felt sadness for what could have been, not rage. Eli thrived. Courage and truth had rewritten our story. That courtroom didn't just decide custody, it gave a child back his voice and a mother back her life. We were no longer shadows in someone else's narrative. We were free.